March the 14th. Let me make sure. March the 14th. Okay, good. Got it. And here's our update for today. Capital C Press. I am in the sleeping quarters, as you can see. I have to duck down here because of the way I have the camera set up. But here we go. This is it. I'm at my limit here. I got to make the bed for tonight. The time now is, it's about 20 minutes till 10 p.m. And so I'm going to make the bed here. And I have this electric blanket here. And then I have this kind of a soft blanket. And I have this other one here that somebody made for us. And I got another one here my aunt made this one for me. It's a Superman blanket. And she made this one for me. It's a baseball blanket, I think. Okay, now, first thing is, here's a little towel here I have. And it's been really cold out here. It's wet. Didn't have any rain leaking in last night. That's good. There's no rain leaking from the ceiling, but we did have a little coming down, dripping down the side, and that was due to the design. There are two panels up there that just kind of come together, and they weren't sealed. Should have put some caulking in there, but didn't. So, okay, what I'm doing out here is I got to make this bed. Tonight it's going to be around 48 degrees. And overnight, and then we'll probably get to sleep get into bed about to 10, maybe 10 o'clock, 10:30 possibly. And then I have been waking up at around, I'll get out of bed anywhere from 7:30 to 8:30, but sometimes I'm sleeping in for until 8:30, 9:30. And I don't know if that's because I'm so cold, I don't want to get out from underneath the electric blanket. That's probably what it is. Okay, so now I've got this here, and I'm going to put this over. This has got to be set up just the right way. Capital C Press, here is your update. We are in Southern California, and I need to get to the East Coast. We're going to the East Coast. Technically, let me tell you where I'm going specifically. Technically, it's all over the world. But specifically now, it's to Vermont. I need to get to Vermont where my house is in Vermont. And I have this company, this press. I'm not going to call it a company, but you might call it a company. It's a press, book press, where I am pressing books. It's a platform for Christian books. If you have a Christian book, or you're a Christian writer, and you're interested in writing, publishing your Christian book, or your Christian writing, and you don't have any place to publish it because nobody published yet for you your books, but you want to get your books published, bring them to Capital C Press. Capital C Press, specializing in Christian poetry and art, Bible study, and devotionals, personal devotions, and teaching materials, and also Sunday school curriculum for adults. Sunday school curriculum for adults. Friends, humor and education included. Now, this is great importance here, what I'm about to tell you. This is now in partnership with Prison Library and Press. Capital C Press is now a partner with Prison Library and Press through Claremont Forum in Claremont, California. And this is now where we have our books on the shelves at the Claremont Forum Bookshop in Claremont, California. And that is, of course, in Southern California, where I am at right now. I'm in Southern California right now. I'm in, oh, it's cold out here. It's probably going to be about, as I said, 48 degrees overnight. I have the forecast written down here somewhere. As I took it, wrote it down, everything down this morning. And I have it here. I'll give you the update here. And I'm working on my logo still. Here's the logo. I don't know if you can see it, but that's the logo I'm working on right there. Capital C Press. Specializing in Christian arts and poetry. Listen, specializing in, but specializing in, oh, I had it on the wrong side there. This was better. I forgot. Normally I have the lens turned around, but it's opposite now. Specializing in Christian, but everyone is welcome. Specializing in, but everyone's welcome. Capital C Press. And there you go. Christian arts and poetry. Humor and education. Sunday school curriculum for adults. Bible teaching and devotion. And the list goes on and on and on. Shirts, books, tapes, radio stations, TV shows. You name it. It's all in the works. But it starts with the books, your books, these books, my books. I'm putting books on shelves. I am putting books on shelves in stores near you, in your church, possibly in your coffee shop, or wherever it is that you read books or find your books. Through Prison Library and Press, we are putting books on shelves in prisons. We're putting these books in the hands of readers, friends, that are incarcerated adults nationwide, including Puerto Rico, I hope. Man, I would assume, and I'm going to research that to see, just to check on that. Let me show you this. Let me show you what I'm doing here. Every single person that you meet, let me show you what I'm working on here. Every single person that you meet now will need to have, now that you know, I'm going to turn this over so we can really get a good view on this here. I got a whole setup going now. I figured it out. You see what I can do? I think I can do this. I can use this as a, I'll see if it works this time. The last time it didn't work. The last time I had this up here and it cut it off. So this time I got it over here and let's see if it works. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. This is the preface section, part 1. This is a Christian book by S. Randall S. Lopez. Now this, right here, let me show you. This is my office here. This is where I keep all of my stuff as I go around wherever I'm going. I keep this in the car. It's got everything in there. It's got my watch, my glasses. I have a copy of the Book of Mormon. I've got this book here, Reporting by David Remick. This guy was the writings from the New Yorker. I've got music in there, my wallet, and other books as I'm reading them along there. So now I've got this here, and I've got this copy of my Bible here that I got from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This is the Holy Bible. Now I've got these two books right here. First, I've got the preface section, part 1. This is a Christian book. The preface section, part 1. This is a Christian book by S. Randall S. Lopez. And then, of course, the book of the introduction. The book of the introduction by S. Randall S. Lopez. The book of the introduction by S. Randall S. Lopez. There you go. And this is the one we are talking about right now. The preface section of part 1. This is a Christian book. Okay, we're going to talk about this one now. Oh, I almost fell over there. Because this one here is the one that you're going to want to read. That is the it's a 3-volume book set. The first book is This is a Christian Book, which I do not have a copy now. I have the book of the introduction. I have the preface section, part 1. This is a Christian book, as by S. Randall S. Lopez. So look up the name of the author there, S. Randall S. Lopez. Look up the name of the author. Look up the name of the book. Patreon, if you want to support, if you want to do what I'm doing with me, you want to become a partner, there you go. Every member of your parliament, every member of your local state legislature, lawmaking house, your local judge, your local prescription pharmacist, your local ice cream shop dispenser, soda jerk, whatever, needs a copy of this book right here. This book, along with the book of the introduction, this book right here, along with this book right here, this book here, and this book here, and this book here, and this book here, and along with, this is a Christian book. Definitions, meanings, implications of things. And look at this. This is what I'm talking about right here. Look up the books. Look up the name of the author right there. S. Randall S. Lopez. Look it up. That's how you can support. Right now, I am in Southern California. We've got, more information about this partnership with the Prison Library and Press at ClaremontForum.org. ClaremontForum.org. And you can get more information about Prison Library and Press at ClaremontForum.org. And Prison Library and Press, we're now partnering with Prison Library and Press, the Capital C Press, and is now partnering with Prison Library Press to put books in the hands of incarcerated adults throughout the United States, and I would assume Puerto Rico. Now, that's all the time I have for tonight. I did make the bed. Hold on just one second. I have some water here. This is not warm water, but I'm going to get some warm tea in just a second. Hot tea with no caffeine. Yeah, because now, let me see here. I think it's going to be, what time do we got here now? I got my office right here, right there. And let's see what I got. The time now is 10 minutes till 10. So I've been talking now for about 13 minutes. And that's about it. I'm happy to, what do I got? Man, you know what? I stepped on my glasses today. What a hassle. Hey, look, at least they didn't break. Sometimes it's not what I want. It's what I got. So you work with what you got. So that's it. I wish you all a great evening. The bed is now made. I might go in and watch a little bit of television before I come out here. I got to plug in the electric blanket now. Hold on just a second. And now what I do is I come over here, I bring it on over, snap it in. A couple of these little snapperoos. There you go. There's one. And this one now. Gonna now put in this one here. Hold on a second here. And 2. Okay, make sure. Gonna get it turned on here. Gotta flip this little switch. Yeah, because I had that shut off earlier. And here we go. Let me see. I'm about to get some electric blankets going on here. And let me look here. Set the timer is going to go for 12 hours. And I'm going to raise the temperature up to level 9. And this is going to be up to 12 hours. The timer, again, is 2 prongs there. And then the temperature is going to be up to be a level 9. There you go. This room is set. And this blanket will be warmed up for us here in about an hour. It'll be nice. And I will definitely be back here in a few minutes to double check to make sure the blanket is turned on. And I'm not going to leave it out here alone with nobody out here. Don't worry about that. I'm going to be back out here in about 10 minutes. but I need to turn it on first to warm things up. Okay, now that's all the time I have for tonight to be here giving this update on this report. And so what I'm going to say now is going to be the final word of the evening. I'll leave you now with these words that spoken by the wise and the powerful Jedi Master, as he spoke these words to Luke Skywalker on Dagobah. And this is from Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. And remember this, I will leave you with these words. And oh, listen, by the way, before I do, let me tell you what our situation is as we're going to Vermont. This is very important because I had a lot of people ask me. Look, I have had two people have come to me specifically and asked me, how can I help? I've had now 3 people ask me. As of yesterday, a third person asked me, how can I help? One person said, I saw the videos and this is how I can help. And they just did something they could do to help. They didn't even ask. They just did it. They saw what I was doing, what I said. They heard what I was saying. They found a way to be plugged in and become a partner, and they did it. And that's all I'm providing to you right now is an opportunity to be a partner with me, Capital C Press, putting books on shelves around the world. We're not taking books away from people. I'm not banning any books. I'm not making any books illegal. I'm not trying to ban any books, and I'm not trying to make any books illegal. I am publishing books, and I'm putting books on shelves, friends, dear friends. Anybody out there want to do this with me? Great. I am going about the world preaching the gospel. I am lifting people up, providing people with faith, hope, and love. And the greatest of these is love. I'm preaching Jesus Christ and that Jesus saves. And that's it. That's the only message I have. Right from this, right here. The New Testament. And I'm reading the book of John right now. And I don't have anything else to say but that on this subject here. And that is 2 words, Jesus saves. That's all I have to say about that subject from this right there. That's it. Now, as far as anything else, I have a lot to say about all kinds of stuff, from books ranging from all kinds of topics. But from that book, I'm saying only this, that Jesus saves. It's a done deal. It's matters over. It's over with. Nothing left really to talk about, other than if you want to hear the story and the stories, which I'll be happy to tell. Just tell me where you want me to show up, and I'll show up there. But in order to do that, I need to get from here to where I'm going now, which is on the West Coast to the East Coast, and I need $2,000 to do that. And this means that I need $2,000. Well, now that we have the date set for we're going to leave, we get a little extra light in here. Now that I have this date set for the time that I will be, for the departure date, I'm putting together a plan to become more focused on how that is going to look as we go across the country, with dates, certain days scheduled to be at certain locations, stay at certain locations in motels or hotels or whatever it is, and also set up our book table where we have our books, used books, discounted books, books for donation, and these keep books in circulation and help provide books to people that want to read them, and also keeps the gas in our gas tank so we can keep moving down the road. Keeps money in the basket so we can keep eating as we drive down the road. And it puts money towards us being able to spend the night at a place that's not just inside of our car. And I'm not asking anybody for any money. I'm just telling you this is how we have thought this through. And I'm getting close now to the date, and this is what the numbers are looking like. But I need $2,000 in order to do this. Actually, I need $2,100, but I'm just saying it's $2,000. And so far, everything I need, I have. Every time I've needed something, it's been right there. As you can see, I have a place to live. I'm protected from the elements. I am cold, but now I have a heater through this electric blanket. I also have a space heater in here that you may or may not be able to see. It's underneath this hat, but it is, man, it blows the breaker out here. And look at all this stuff I got plugged in. Maybe when I get done, I'll flip the camera around so you can see it. But that's it. This is the hat I'm going to be wearing tomorrow. And yeah, so if you want to help, if you want to support, I am here. The reason I came out from Vermont, if you want to know what I'm doing out here now, because my home base is actually in Vermont, and that is, I came out here from Vermont, where I actually have a job. And what I do out there is all kinds of stuff, but one of the jobs that I have is I'm a butcher. I work part-time at a local market where I butcher the meat. You know, I take a couple of knives, or a knife rather, sharpen it on one of these little knife sharpeners. You know, it's like, and then I chop this meat up. I cut steaks and all kinds of stuff. I even grind a hamburger. People come from miles around to get that hamburger. And the steaks, I'm getting pretty good at it. So I started watching this guy on YouTube called the Bearded Butcher to learn how to become a butcher. You know, it's just a local market, local grocer, deli, and a meat counter, and I butcher the meat there. And I just do part-time there. And then I go about and I sell my books and I preach the gospel to wherever I can. I'm lifting people up. And I'm not taking books away, and I'm not pointing fingers at people. Well, I am pointing fingers at people, but I'm not pointing fingers of blame at people and telling people that it's my way or else, or I'm not trying to eradicate any anti-Christian bias, friends. I'm telling you one thing for sure. I'm not going about eradicating any bias except the bias I have against anything that's going to help me. Put these books into your hands. And what I'm talking about when I say these books, I mean these books right here, starting with this book right here. Just check that book out right there. Go to the website. You can see the website. I'll tell you the website. First of all, go to the Patreon. Click on the links. Click on the hashtags. Click on the links where you can see the books. Look up the name of the author. Read the description of the books. If you can, if you are able, buy as many copies as you want, as you wish, as you can. And then if you want to, or you need to, make as many copies as you want, or as you need. And then if you want to, or if you wish, give away as many copies, distribute as many copies as you want to, as you wish. Because we want to put these books, and you want to put these books on as many shelves as possible. Put them in as many readers' hands as we can. People should be reading more books, friends, and learning more. We shouldn't be taking books away from people, friends. We should be putting books in their hands so they can read. More people should learn to read, and more people should have more books. And anytime they tell you that you should not read a book, now I'm only talking to adults here. This is an adult conversation between adults. Okay, look, man, I'm not talking to kids. This is not for kids, and this isn't a kid's book. None of this is for kids, okay? This is an adult book right here. Look at this. This book has one of these, right? This book has one of these. Page 40. The preface section of part 1. This is a Christian book by S. Randall S. Lopez. Here's an excerpt from this book. This book has one of these. The point of view of this book is, one, that society is made up of behavior and behaviors based on what people believe based on what they do not want to believe. 1, in other words, 1b, based on the opposite of 1b2, what make-believe is. In other words, this is 1, based on real and not make-believe things. This is not to say that make-believe is not real and real is not make-believe. And that's all I'm going to read from that. That's just an excerpt from that book. There's a lot more to that book, such as all these Christian jokes have my head spinning, just like the prequels. And that is no joke. Whatever you want, the gospel is finished. Lot to think about. The prequels leave a lot of choices to the audience. The audience decides. There's just a lot in here comparing and contrasting Star Wars with and to Christianity, so to speak, and using the Bible and using Star Wars, the original episodes, the complete saga according to George Lucas, episodes 1 through 6, and then taking, as people are followers of Jesus Christ, Christians, and then taking people that are followers of George Lucas, and these people on this side, as they follow Jesus Christ, they use the Bible, speak the Bible, and then as the followers of George Lucas, they use the Star Wars and speak the Star Wars, and then all of these people have all of these different ways of breaking down their various sects, S-E-C-T-S, and denominations and groups and various categories. And Star Wars has the EU and the legends and the canon, and then the Disney sequels and all that business, right? And then this and that, and then this, and this side, the Jesus followers have all this other stuff of business of how to conduct a church and what it should look like and how they should dress, and then you get into the other part of it, where there's depending on the countries and the borders and which side of the border that you're on, and it really starts to become confused and a mess after a while, just as Star Wars does. And I say, as this book points out, as I think as a Christian I'm looking at it, and I'm saying, let's go to the Creator. Let's go to the Creator. So this book points to the Creator as God. As I would say, that is the Creator. That's what I'm saying is the Creator, is God. However you want to say that, with whatever words or sounds that you can come up with, that's fine with me. It doesn't bother me a bit. I'm not the Creator. That's all I'm saying. And I wrote this book, and I got this book from something, someplace. I say I got that from God. Whatever. I thank the Maker. I praise the Maker. George Lucas. He gave me this. And I thank the Maker. I praise the Maker. Jesus Christ. He gave me this. So, do with that what you will. It won't bother me a single bit what you do or don't. All I want you to do is make sure you get a copy of this book. You need this book. Your local senator needs this book. Your local congressman, person, woman, or they, them, or soon to be nothing need this. Everybody needs this book. Justin Trudeau needs this book. And every other premier and president needs this book. Okay, that's it. That's all the time I have for today. So I'm going to leave you with these wise words again from the wise and powerful Jedi Master Yoda, as he spoke these words to Luke Skywalker in Star Wars Episode 5. This might actually be the thumbnail here. I'm not really sure if that will be the thumbnail. Let me see. I don't know. We'll see. And there's this. There is no try. There is only do or do not. There is no try. And let me say that again. Let me back that up. Because I'm really stuck on this prequels loop right now, but I've been saying this one now. Do or do not. This is what it is. There is no try. So let me say that again, and let me do it the right way. Do or do not. There is no try. That's the one. And now may the force. Now let me leave you with this too, finally. May the force be with us.